All right. Well, happy good afternoon Monday. Happy good afternoon Monday. Is that how you say it? Happy Monday. Good afternoon. Hi. How about that? Boy, it's been quite a day, and the lips have not been syncing with the brain today so much. But anyway, we're here. It's nice to be here as always, and happy Monday. Always like to say happy Monday because do you consider Monday the first day of the week or Sunday the first day of the week? Right. Hello, everybody. I'm David Burrows, as always, your host for the show, episode number 430. Wow. How many? So when we hit 500, should we do like a big party or something? Do you want to have a big, or should we do it at 450? I don't know. If you're watching right now live, please take the time to say hello in the comments. Like to know where everybody is watching from. Again, just type hello. And I'm only going to see your comments, though, if you are watching from the Show with David Burrows page, although we are simulcast all over the world. We're on a Facebook hub in Australia, United Kingdom, thanks to our friend Stephen Healy, who hosts the live video hub. And we had a show, as we do every Monday, Stephen and I, and we talked about a lot of fun stuff. We talked about, well, it was an interesting show. If you want to check that out, it's also on the live video hub or on the Show with David Burrows, and also on the Video Show Network. Thanks to our friend Brigitte from Brigitte Live, who hosts us. She's in South Africa and all throughout the United States. Pretty cool when you think of it. Just, it's kind of cool that we're kind of everywhere, right? So if you're watching right now live, please, again, take a moment, watch from the direct link or the Show with David Burrows page. Otherwise, I won't see your comments. And you're going to want to be able to share your comments or ask your questions to some of our guests that are coming up. So again, happy Monday, everybody. What'd you do over the weekend? Tell me in the comments what you did over the weekend. Give me an idea. Was it a busy weekend? I'm always busy. Somebody said to me the other day, they said, I heard you're starting a new sports show, which I'll talk about. Or if you haven't heard me talk about it, I am going to be starting a sports show. I was hoping by January. It's looking more February, but it is going to happen. And they're like, well, when are you going to find time to do that? I'm a busy guy, but the internet's a magical thing. I can be in several places at once. So we'll keep you posted on what's coming up. Tim Curtis is out there saying hello. Thank you, Tim, for saying hello. And are you in Sarnia or are you a different part of the world? Please let us know. Again, we welcome your comments here on the show today. If you're watching live, that's fantastic. And if you're watching the replay, you can still make your comments, and I will come back and respond to them. Now, obviously, if you're a sports fan, you already know what's happened in the basketball, not just the basketball world, obviously dominating the basketball world, but Kobe Bryant, obviously, the helicopter crash along with his daughter, and several others. I'm not going into the whole report on what happened. I think it's sad, no matter who this would happen to. Obviously, an amazing basketball player. My friend Danny Cocciamilio, who joins me at the Sarnia Sting games, would say Michael Jordan, then Kobe Bryant. That's his opinion. So, and not just in the basketball world, was doing a lot of good around the world, 41 years old. So we just wanted to kind of give a shout out to the families who are all affected by this. And I know lots of fans are saddened by all this as well. So Barry Loxton out there again as well. Hey, Barry, saw you earlier today. Thanks for stopping by as well. And Tim Curtis here in Sarnia. Perfect. Very good. Well, talking Sarnia, let's talk Sarnia Sings. Sarnia Sings Volume 4 is coming back to the Imperial Theater, this time April the 22nd. It'll be a Wednesday night, again, supporting mental health and suicide awareness. We'll have more details coming on that when the tickets will be available for this. Again, the 4th year, and I'm happy to be back again as the MC, and we're going to have some great performers for you. In fact, this year we've added something new, where if you want to be a part of Sarnia Sings, we're having auditions. That's right. And the auditions are going to take place this Sunday. Don't worry, it starts in the morning, so you still have time to get to the Super Bowl, and next Wednesday. If you want to find out more about Sarnia Sings, just go to the Facebook page, Sarnia Sings. You got it. And there's a link there to apply to, not just to apply, but to register for an audition. Now, what we want to do with the auditions is find some new singers. We keep finding new talent every year. Adam Dumont, who is the creator of Sarnia Sings, wanted to reach a little further to see who else we can find to be a part of this. Now, what happens at Sarnia Sings? This is one of the cool things about Sarnia Sings. It's not karaoke. There's a real live band that backs up the singer, and the members of the band are from Big Wreck, Killer Dwarves, Moist, and several others. So these are pros. They're not just pros, they're the real rock stars, right? Okay. How cool is that? And then those that are chosen to perform will be about 16-ish. There's no rehearsal. They get to go up on stage. They practice their song at home. They come up on the stage. No rehearsal with the band. Sing in front of a sold-out crowd. It is sold out the first year it didn't sell out by 10 tickets. Every year since then it is sold out. So we expect it to sell out again. And how cool is it? No rehearsal. It makes this very, very unique. And all the proceeds that are raised go to support mental health and suicide awareness initiatives here in Sarnia Lambton. Adam Dumont reached out to me the first year he did it, and he didn't get all the way through his pitch. And I said, I'm in. And Adam and I have become friends since, and I really enjoy what he's done, his initiative that he's taken to do this. And he's an amazing guy himself. So Sarnia Sings, mark it on your calendar, save the date, April the 22nd. If you know somebody who might like to sing and perform, all ages, I'd say 19 to 90, but 9 to 95, 5 years, we want you to come out and audition. And then we'll make some decisions and be announcing who is going to be performing at this year's. We've got some special guests already, but we want to see more of the talent in Sarnia. All righty. Yes, it's very sad news for everyone involved in that accident, for sure. Yeah, everybody's talking about Kobe Bryant, and it's easy too because the celebrity, but lots of other people involved we don't want to forget about either. You're right, Barry. All right, so Sarnia Sings, check them out on Facebook at Sarnia Sings, and there's a link there to get more information about registering for the auditions. Again, if you're just joining us here, thanks for being here. This is the show, and I would appreciate you saying hello in the comments. You have to do it again from the Show with David Burrows page, or there's a link right above my horns here. There's a link in the description you can click to bring you to the direct broadcast. All right. Coming up Tuesday, tomorrow, yes, some things happening downtown Sarnia. The Blue Line, if you haven't been to the Blue Line yet, they're having an open mic, and I've been there a few times. It's a lot of fun. Open mic starting at 7 o'clock. So you get there early, finish early, have some fun with our friends from Beer Store Money, who are the hosts. And they have a great food menu down there as well. So Tuesday night, looking for something to do, get down early and do something like that. That's the place to be. Tell them I sent you. Also coming up this Saturday, our friends at the Moose Lodge having some entertainment. Saturday, February the 1st from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. And the Ian Smith Duo is going to be there. And it's a lot of fun down there. I am a member of the Moose, so I'm happy to promote them. And you don't have to be a member to go. Just go check it out. But I think after you've been there and checked a few things out, you will want to become a member for the $40 a year or whatever it is, right? So Ian Smith Duo, pardon me, the Ian Smith Duo at the Moose Lodge coming up this Saturday. And then continuing on, it's Super Bowl. Super Bowl number 54. Wow, that's a lot of Super Bowls. They'll be having a Super Bowl party at the Moose Lodge as well. And doors open at noon, so you can have some pre-fun and get ready for Super Bowl 54. A lot of fun down at the Moose Lodge. All right. Well, the Sarnia Sting, it is more than a game. And more than a game, boy, they're just having a tough time getting into the groove, or what. It's just been a crazy year for the Sarnia Sting. This is your Sarnia Sting recap, brought to you by our friends at Oswald's Diner, More Than a Diner, and Active Ears, where better hearing begins with you. Christine Fiji, actually from Active Ears, joined us at the Sarnia Sting game yesterday, where we were live from the concourse as always, and my friend Danny Cochimilio joined me there. Well, let's give you a close-up of this, your Sarnia Sting recap. Windsor Spitfires took one ahead of the Sarnia Sting yesterday. We'll go back a little further into Friday night, where they played the Kitchener Rangers. Final score there, 7-4. And then yesterday, overtime, a shootout, a dramatic ending. Final score 3-2 in favor of Windsor. And a lot of these games with the Sarnia Sting, they've been just like right there. If you go back and look at the scores, they've been losing by 1. And, they've been hurt for a while. I mean, Kelton Hatcher was off for quite a bit. He's back and has been for a while. Jamison Reese, of course, he was off, came back, played 11 minutes and 51 seconds of hockey, and then he was off and a 6-game suspension there. Jacob Perreault given 2-game suspension for apparently not being so nice to the officials, whatever they call that. So it's been a hard time. But Ryan Roth doing well. I don't, pardon me, I don't know what my problem is. But what a great game. Like it was a good game for the Sarnia Sting. I even caught Brad Staubitz saying something like that, talking to somebody, and said, it was a good game for us. And the overtime excitement, and then the shootout, it was goal for us. Yay. And then they goaled on us. And then everybody shot, missed. And then anyway, the story unfolds. Final score there, 3-2. But we did catch up with Nolan DeGurse, who had his first, I believe it was his first goal of the season. And he talked to us about how he enjoys playing with the Sarnia Sting. And we're going to take you to that right now. Here's Nolan DeGurse from the Sarnia Sting, and then we'll be back.
First game with Nolan DeGurse. I thought you guys, especially your line, you guys had a real good game and a solid 60 minutes for everybody. Obviously, you don't get the extra point in the overtime, but take us through the game and your thoughts as a newcomer coming in for this game.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was great to be up here. I enjoy every second. Their teammates are great to me. The coaches are great for me, so it was really enjoyable. And it would have been nice to get the extra point there in the shootout, but we got 1, so it would have been nice to get 2, though. So.
I thought your line especially did a real good job tonight of creating that spark and that energy. What was it like getting that goal when you got that pass over from Hill and you knew you were kind of snuck in behind there and was able to poke that in?
Yeah, it was a great pass. It was awesome to score in front of the home fans. Obviously, I'm from Sarnia, so it was pretty special to score here. But yeah, it was a great play by all the line mates there, and I was the one to tap it in. So.
What was the message going into that third period? I thought you guys got that goal late in that second period. The fight by Hatcher against the big man there. And obviously the momentum, and you guys must have been feeling pretty good about yourselves in that second intermission, knowing that you can come back.
That was a big fight. I got the momentum. We carried it over in the third, I thought, pretty well. The message was keep going what we're doing, and good things will happen. So.
Did you hear the applause before your shootout?
Yeah, that was pretty cool, yeah. Yeah.
You were up here for a bit last year.
Yeah.
Back with Legionnaires, having a monster year. What can you carry from that season to the Sting?
Yeah, for sure. I've had great support from Legionnaires, the coaches, and also my teammates. And we just work day in and day out. And hopefully, or whenever I get the chance to come up and play, I'd love to play and try and carry over what I'm doing in the Legionnaires and bring it up here as well.
Are you the same guy that was here with the Sting last year, or are you a different? Are you sort of a different player than you were last year with the Sting, or are you the same?
I still think I'm kind of the same type of guy, the energy guy who can chip in offensively as well. But I like to keep my feet moving and a hard worker, and always try and finish heads on forecheck and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, how do you approach this opportunity now, getting a chance with some of the guys out?
You got to take advantage of it. Obviously, I was grateful for the phone call and the opportunity to come out here, and I just try and do what I can to make the most of my opportunity.
All right, there you go. Nolan DeGurse of the Sarnia Sting, being very grateful to be a part of the Sarnia Sting. We're glad to have you here with us, Nolan. Some great hockey. Once again, our friend Barry Loxton even said it was a great game yesterday, a real nail-biter. It definitely was. Thanks again to our friends at Oswald's Diner and Active Ears for bringing you the Sarnia Sting recap. And just a little bit more on the Sarnia Sting. Of course, a part of that, we don't have it here. You can go to Sting Nation and see the fight between Kelton Hatcher and another big guy, as Pat DeRoche mentioned there. Kelton Hatcher is 6'3", and this guy was taller. He was like 6'6" or 6'7". So he was looking up at his nostrils when it was quite a fight, a very respectful one. They tapped each other at the end to say good tilt. Again, the Sarnia Sting looking to get back into the game, and they will be back this Friday at 7:05 puck drop. They will welcome back Saginaw. Yeah, now some more tough teams the rest of the teams they're playing are really the toughest teams in this division. In the West Division, I think many would agree, the toughest there is. I just wanted to bring up before we get into our first interview, Walking Through Fire is a book that the history of Sarnia's bravest, Sarnia firefighters. Phil Egan, I joined him last year, did an interview with him, and I was able to get this fantastic book from him that's autographed as well. I'm very, very grateful to Phil for that. It is still available in bookstores at the Bookkeeper here in Sarnia. And recently I was over to see Phil at his home here in Sarnia, and he gave me a pre-written, this is like the draft copy of the new book, Keeping the Peace, 160 years of keeping the peace. Some great stories in here. From 160 years. What can I say? And it's not gone to print yet. Phil honored me with this binded copy and said, David, just read through and then just give me a little bit of an opinion. And I'll tell you, I haven't gotten through it all, Phil, but fantastic book. Really looking forward to when this comes out in hardcover, and it'll be at the Bookkeeper and available elsewhere. Phil Egan with some help from Cal Gardner as well. Again, Keeping the Peace, 160 years of policing the Imperial City. So keep an eye out for that. And thanks so much, Phil. Really appreciate that. We got to get together and have some more tea. I stopped by West Wall for tea with Phil, and he could keep me there all day with all his stories. Get the book. We'll talk about it, and we'll be having an interview with Phil coming up probably about in March for that. All right. Well, have you been to the Grand Old Opry? Do you know what the Grand Old Opry is? Do you like old classic country music? Well, that's what this one's all about. And I got down to the Sarnia Public Library Theater earlier this week to have a conversation with this gentleman. And we're just going to take you out to that interview right now down at the Sarnia Public Library Theater. Take a look. A country fan, have you ever been to the Grand Old Opry? Well, even if you have or you haven't, come on down here to the Sarnia Public Library Theater, a special event. Some 50s country is going to be happening down here, and we're talking with Freddy Christian. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is exciting. I know you've been a musician for quite some time, but take us back to what we're going to see here. When you're talking 50s, that's Hank Snow and
Hank Snow, Hank Williams, Patsy Cline, Kitty Wells, Johnny Cash, of course.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And a lot of musicians that people know, like Merle Haggard, they'll be on in the next show, which is coming up the following month.
Because that takes us into the 60s.
The 60s, right. I try and cut things off at 60. Although Patsy Cline was kind of right on the border.
She was there for a while.
Yeah, so we're doing some of her songs. Technically, she was 1961.
Yeah.
So that's pretty close.
Okay. Yeah. Talk about some of the local musicians that you've got involved in participating, including some cloggers.
Yeah, we have the Blue Water Cloggers that agreed to do some dances on our stage here, and we'll have at least 6 dancers, possibly 8 dancers, doing their routines, and at least 3 times throughout the show. They'll start the show off, and then at least 2 more times, probably, let's say in the middle and at the end again. At time permitting, they may come on 4 times. Right. Because shows are funny, because sometimes you just take a little bit longer than often you intend to, with songs.
Yeah. Who's joining you on stage as far as some other local musicians? Yeah,
the core group of the Town and Country Travelers are actually only 3 guys. And they're myself, and there's Jason McDonald, the lead guitar singer, and he's also a songwriter. And then Jim MacDonald, he plays the djembe drummer. We're the 3 that have been going to nursing homes, and we play here and there and everywhere. And they were part of this, setting up this Grand Ole Opry show. Now, when that plan originated only a few months ago, it's not that old, when I got the idea, and they were on board. So I figured, well, Grand Ole Opry needs more people.
Sure.
So we started talking to a few more other musicians. So we end up, now we have a fiddle player, we have other guys on the guitar, we got someone on the piano, and we have singers, Lise Michaud, for example, Cornerstone is helping us out, it's all really good. You don't need to know all the names, I guess.
No. We just we want it sounds really fantastic. And you've been a musician for quite some time. How did this all start for you in the music world?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago. I was young, living in Amsterdam, Holland, and grew up with music in the family. We all sang and made music. One of those families that we played music together. My dad used to play fiddle himself when he was young.
Okay.
I never heard him play, actually. He played the accordion as I was growing up. And I learned to play the accordion a bit and then switched to guitar because I just liked the guitar better.
Yeah.
And I came to Canada in '56 with my guitar and I started playing here.
Yeah.
Living in Toronto, we played at the YMCA and teenage dancers. And,
yeah. And then part of your story is that your mother and your brother came about a year later.
Yeah, my dad came first.
Okay.
Yeah, and my sister and I followed a few months later. My mother had a business in Amsterdam, which she didn't really want to give up, but she did. So she came over, and my younger brother came over with his guitar. And that's when the two of us started playing together, doing Everly Brothers music.
The brothers singing the brothers.
We were indeed dressed up like them, had our Gibson guitars. And,
and your brother did the harmonies, did he?
He was really good at harmony. He had a good range and he had good harmony, so that worked out really well.
Yeah. So coming off to after this, you're going to come into the 60s. And then you mentioned, too, that jazz is sort of a part of what you like as well.
Jazz, I love jazz. I always have, and that goes back to Europe. I've never become a real jazz musician. I play very basic jazz, I would say. I sing some of the basic popular, not the contemporary progressive jazz. It would be along the line of Frank Sinatra, the more popular type of jazz that most people know. And I decided, because I do use it when I play, let's say, nursing homes.
Yeah.
Because these are songs that people know and like. Sure. So I end up playing, plus a lot of sing-along kind of songs. And they're from the 30s and the 40s. Yeah. So I decided to put a show together with that kind of music in it as well. By the way, my first plan was to do it as a solo show, one-man show.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I had thought about that. And then I thought, I'm not sure if that's going to be interesting enough, just me on stage. So I figured maybe I should bring a couple people with me.
Yeah, keep it exciting.
Yeah.
Well, you're very eclectic, with all your different types and styles of music that you enjoy, and you're able to perform those well. That's got to be an advantage for you as a musician.
I guess it's an advantage on the one hand because I like Latin, I like jazz, I like all kinds of music for sure, and country, of course. I always say that makes you a jack of all trades, but a master of not too many.
Right. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. We enjoy everything that we do.
Well, let's get people out here for the first show is coming up
on the 29th.
On
next
the 29th, right? Yeah, okay. And they can go down to Cheeky Monkey. Our friends down at Cheeky Monkey have tickets for you. And what's the? You're probably charging way too much for this.
I think the price is good, and it's not $100. Yeah. No, it's $10.
$10. I know, and that's fantastic. I was being sarcastic for sure, but okay. $10 to come out and experience, I guess, kind of a trip down memory lane as well.
Yes, exactly what it is.
And you've never been to the Grand Old Opry.
I've been to Nashville, never to the Ryman Auditorium or wherever the Grand Ole Opry is right now. I don't even know. It's not Ryman anymore, I think.
Yeah.
But I try and recreate the Ryman Auditorium effect here on stage. No, I've never been there. It's on my bucket list.
It's on there? Yeah. I've been past Nashville, but I've never even been in there. So maybe we'll head down there together and check out the Grand Ole Opry. Yeah. Or you can just come down here and check out the Grand Old Opry. And our friend Freddy and all his friends are going to be here to take you down a trip of memory lane. Good old country at the Grand Old Opry here at the Sarnia Library Public Theater. And we're going to go back to the studio now. Thanks again, Freddy, for talking to me. I really appreciate it. Get down here, and we'll go back to the studio now, and I'll tell you one more time how you can get those tickets. For the show live on location, I'm David Burrows. Thanks for watching. Freddy Christian, great guy. So glad that I met him. We probably could have went on for hours talking about music. And Freddy, thank you so much for your patience and time. I had a little technical issues there when I met with Freddy, but we got to know each other very well. And looking forward to seeing the performance. And if you can't make the one on January the 29th for the Grand Old Opry Stars of the 50s, they'll be doing another one on February the 19th. You can see that up there on your screen. Find them on Facebook, the Town and Country Travelers. And it's just, I think it's really cool that musicians like Freddy and the people he's working with, some of them in there, Leesman Show and others that I saw, excited to see them working together to make this happen. I've never been to the Grand Ole Opry, so looking forward to seeing this performance. Thanks again so much to you, Freddy, and break a leg out there on January the 29th. Go down to Cheeky Monkey. Our friends at Cheeky Monkey, Marianne and Roland, will have the tickets there. Only $10 on a Wednesday night. There you go. Thanks again, Freddy. All right. Are you a trivia buff? Is that the word I'm looking for? A trivia buff? You just like trivia? You just like having fun? And you like supporting a great cause? Well, Matt McNeill, he is the trivia master. Yes, the Matt McNeill from K106.3. And he's getting ready for a very special Simpsons trivia. And I caught up with him down at the studio as well. We're going to take that interview right now, and then we'll be back. I'm not sure how to start this off. I've been thinking about it, but let's go. The Simpsons. That's all I can give you right now. And you know, you probably don't recognize this guy because he's got a face for radio. Matt McNeill from K106.3 joining me here right now. Getting ready to start up Twisted Trivia at Twisted Arm. But you're going to kick things off on February 1st. You're doing a Simpsons trivia.
Yeah, it's kind of the unofficial soft opening to the season. We're going to be doing a Simpsons night. In fact, here, let me just grab this for you.
There you go.
Check it out.
The Simpsons.
This is an unlicensed by 20th Century Fox Disney. Please do not sue us.
Yeah. When he says us, it means him. I have nothing to do with
100%. You're not going to get much from me, blood from a stone, but you are going to get some awesome trivia. I know it's filling up fast.
Yeah.
Just give them a call. You'll flash the number up on the screen for
Absolutely.
the magic. All right?
Just
call the Twisted
ready?
Arm.
Okay, we're going to do it right. Poof. There you go.
All right, cool.
I know I've had a lot of fun with the trivia because Tuesday nights is when you normally have it. But like you say, this is kind of like the soft lead into another season of trivia. I kind of stumbled upon it one night, and then I had a bunch of regular people I sat with. We had a lot of fun at Twisted Arm.
Oh, yeah. We do this every Tuesday. It's going to start off, actually, season 3 will be starting on February 4th, which is a Tuesday. We did late night Twisted Trivia, and that was a big hit. So season 2 came to a close in November. We're going to start up February 4th, season 3, and I don't have a new booklet yet. I haven't printed them off yet, but every single booklet has a cute, adorable, beautiful, pretty cover. And on the inside, you have basically you have yourself 5 rounds of trivia. It's super easy. So this is like a completed booklet.
Well, don't say it's easy because I think you're a little giving some nights just being a participant. But then, like, you challenge us. us.
It's not too hard, but it's easy because we give you 5 questions.
Yeah.
Or sorry, we give you 5 options for every question we ask for multiple choice. So you have a 1 in 5 chance of getting everything correct like that.
Just hold that up in front of your face a little more.
There we go. I work in radio, so I hide behind things, like a microphone.
And then, of course, there's music trivia in there.
There's music trivia.
Gotta have music trivia.
10 songs, the sound round. You can follow us as well on, let me find it here, Spotify. It's on one of these pages. I came prepared. I swear I really did. Here you go. So you can actually check it out. Yeah. We're doing this all in one shot, just like... so
you have a Spotify playlist, is what you're saying?
Just look up Twisted Trivia on Spotify. You can find it. You can find our books for Twisted Trivia and Simpsons Trivia. We're doing roughly the first 10 seasons. There may be a couple from later seasons, but I'm not going to go like season 30 on you because we want like the canon seasons.
All right. I got a trivia question for you.
Shoot.
How many years has The Simpsons been on television?
Counting the Tracy Ullman show, I would have to say...
Tracy Ullman.
30.
Really?
30, give or take.
So you don't know? You're the trivia master and you don't know?
I have to give some confidence. People need to think that that it's a little bit easier than it is, because I'm predicting a 5-way tie.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to draw for the winner.
All right.
Prizes to be announced. Even I don't know yet. But
you do always get some cool prizes in there, right?
Yeah. But you know who really benefits from this? Huron House Boys Home. They're going to be, it's $10 a ticket. It's Feb 1st. Teams of 1 to 10. You can lone wolf it. We'll get you at the bar. No shame in that game. You can bring up to 10 people on your team, and the proceeds go to Huron House Boys Home.
So that $10 all goes to them.
Absolutely.
Yep. That's 100%. Twisted Arm's been really good at supporting a lot of local charities here. I mean, aside from the trivia, we'll give them a shout out. They have bands every Saturday night now as well. And I know they always take donations at the door, and that always goes to some choice charity, a different one. They're really good about, Jen and Tyler, good about giving back into the community.
Absolutely. Even supporting local talent and local bands, like you said. It all goes a long way, and it's nice to have a home for that here in Sarnia. So Jen and Tyler, big shout outs to you. You guys, they're awesome.
Yeah, and the Huron House Boys Home, of course, they've been struggling a little bit financially. Or, well, I won't say a little bit, I'll say been struggling quite a bit financially lately, and kind of in some dire straits. So a much needed organization in our community, in my opinion. And so it's fun, trivia, and supporting the Huron House Boys Home. What do you think it is about trivia? I mean, trivia is like, people just love it, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there's different kinds of trivia. You get to somewhere it's all academic or all Jeopardy, and I work in radio, so I get a lot of weird stuff coming on my way, and I just go, man, that would make a good trivia question. Not only that, but, and this is a little secret, this is like the secret ingredient where people say, where do you get this question from? My grandmother, Doris, who is 93 years young and doesn't act it. She gets like the coffee news, down in London, all the way down in London in the Forest City. Theirs is a little bit different than ours, so you can't cheat that way. But she clips it every single week, and she saves it for me, and she gives me a handful, like in a Ziploc. Goes, here's for your trivia. So
really, she's doing the trivia. You're just taking credit for it.
Exactly. And also, I get a lot of weird stuff coming across my desk at all times at the radio station. So I'm like, man, that would make some good trivia. We throw it in there, like, there's the National Geographic one, but okay, I know. There's the one about the Cunard and Princess Cruise Lines, for example. They're the only cruise lines in the world to have what on their ship? And your options are a marijuana cafe, a water slide, a nuclear reactor, the morning after pill, or Captain Stubing's statue.
A nuclear reactor.
Nuclear reactor. People always say nuclear reactor. A lot of people say water slide.
Right.
But there's a few cruise lines that have water slides.
It's the marijuana thing, isn't it?
Morning after pill.
Oh, really?
And that's because you're on you go on shore leave, or also the crew. It's the crew. So it's those randy crew members.
Right.
Always, going on ports of call and basically
community
long
show,
stretches. Yeah, so we're in a family show right here. So that's one of the questions. So we ask weird stuff, or like celebrities with their own brands of alcohol, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Paul Newman.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Aviation Gin.
Oh yeah.
You know it, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot.
You had the Peloton girl on there. The drinking night with the girls, after getting the Peloton commercial. That was a good one too. So we have celebrity mix. It's kind of like a little.
So everybody's
mix.
Got a bit of a chance on something. You kind of make it eclectic for everybody to have an opportunity. And one of the things I love about trivia, sitting at my table, we're usually about 6 or 8 of us. We always have some debate. Some friendly debate. Sometimes a little heavier friendly debate.
You put your heads together.
It's a good time. It really is.
And the best part is you put your phones down. That's one of my rules too. No cell phones. Okay.
No phones.
No cell phone, because you can.
And I've even been yelled at because I not by you,
texting,
but I was texting my son one night, and the girl on my team was like, "Hey, put it down." I was like, "What? I don't care."
I encourage everybody to rat everybody out. You see a cell phone, you flag me down. Officer
She was
Matt,
on my team, and she was ratting me out. So.
I know,
and I really was texting.
And the thing is, we spend enough time in front of our screens. We got to stop watching our screens unless it's the show. Boy, that was good.
Yeah,
thank you. But cell phones down, screens, because we're in front of screens at work all day. We get home, we sit down, Netflix screens. We're checking our screens on our phones, and
some good conversation.
And what happened to our grandparents who seem to get along so well and have open houses and just drink with no screens around? That was awesome. My grandparents had a bar in their basement. So why don't we get together, put our cell phones, and make memories together as friends, and argue with each other constructively over a trivia answer. And that's where the fun is. So it's kind of a bit of a personal mission to get us away from our screens. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons.
Twisted Trivia. What a great name for that. So it's Twisted Arm on February the 1st. It's the Simpsons Trivia.
Yep.
Do people have to pre-register in advance?
I would highly recommend it, because the way it's filling it up right now, it's probably going to be a full house.
Okay. How do they register?
It's a packed house. You can register. You can look up RDM Trivia Events on Facebook. That's my Facebook page.
Yep.
We'll keep you up to date with all the events, including the Jukebox Challenge, which is coming up.
Oh, yeah, right.
On March, let me check there, 27th at the Holiday Inn. And you can flash that up on the screen through the magic of text. All right. And so we have that with the Jukebox Challenge for the Family Counseling Center. Helen Cole's amazing for putting that together.
Yeah.
She's going to put me in a tux and get me up there at the Holiday Inn. Again.
Penguin.
And look at that at the Holiday Inn Ballroom. It's a classy joint, and we're going to have some good food there, too. So get signed up for that. Every Tuesday, February 4th, until they kick me out of there, we're doing Twisted Trivia. That'll be a third season. That's free to play, but we recommend you call ahead and reserve.
Yeah.
For Twisted
We
Trivia
have a set
Simpsons.
table.
Yeah. You guys have the regular table. And, of course, Twisted Trivia Simpsons, February 1st. I recommend calling Twisted Arm. Reserve that table because it's going to be a packed night, and I want to cram as many people as we can and raise as much as we can for Huron House Boys Home.
Awesome. Matt McNeill, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate you talking to me. And you can get out and see Matt for the Simpsons Trivia on February the 1st, supporting the Huron House Boys Home. And we're going to give you all the details. Keep following along on our Facebook page. We'll be posting all the links and how you can get registered. Go do it now.
I'll see you at the Sting game. Go Sting, go.
Oh, yeah, right on. Go Sting, go. Matt McNeill, thanks so much, buddy.
All right.
Let's go back in the studio right now. And were you in there? Yeah, you're in there. Let's go back to the studio, wrap things up. Oh, Matt and I, another guy I could, we laugh a lot and we have a good time every time we get together. And he's a great trivia master host. And again, coming to Twisted Arm this Saturday, February the 1st. Wow, February's here already. What happened? You know, it'll be Christmas before you know it. Just saying. All right. Thanks again, Matt McNeill, for taking time out of his day to talk to us about Twisted Simpsons Trivia. Again, supporting the Huron House Boys Home, a very important organization, in my opinion, here in Sarnia, Lambton. And they've had some financial struggles to stay alive. So not only you go out, have a great time, have some fun with Matt McNeill at the Twisted Arm, but supporting a great cause, the Huron House Boys Home. Thanks again, Matt. All right. Wow. Look at the time just flying by. And I want to say thank you to my guests. Of course, they're Matt McNeill for joining me here and talking about Twisted Trivia. And one more time, we'll say thank you to my friend Freddy Christian and the Town and Country Travelers coming to the Sarnia Public Library Theater on January the 29th. And there's a whole list of dates. And I have a feeling we'll be talking to Freddie. Maybe we'll get somebody else from the Town and Country Travelers here on the show as well. Thanks again, Freddie. And thanks to all of you. And when I say all of you, we couldn't do this without many of our supporters. I want to say thank you to our friends, AG Event Graphics, Kevin and Guy down there at askguy.ca. Go online. You can see the banners, wraps, flags. Tell them David Burrows sent you, all right? Thanks for their support. Been supporting all 8 years here of the show. Joe's Discount Tire. The snow's sort of been here, but if you need those tires for the wintertime, go see our friends Joe's Discount Tire. They're located just at the bottom of Indian Road here below the overpass. And then, of course, Oswald's Diner, not just another diner. Thank you, Karen and Art, for all your support. Great food down there. Not just saying that. I eat there often. Thank you to you guys. And Christine Fiji from Active Ears, where better hearing begins with you. And thanks to all of you. Oh, yes, don't forget our friends at the United Way, always needing your support as well. Dave Brown will be back here in the month of February to give us an update there. And if you can't stand looking at me, or you just don't want it, or maybe you just don't have time to watch the show, you can take me on your phone with you. Anywhere podcasts are available, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Stitcher, Google, and don't forget Spotify, right beside Matt McNeill. I want to say thanks to all of you for watching, because without you, I wouldn't have anybody to talk to. That's all the time I got for you this week, everybody. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.